Says we are live. We are live. I'm alive. You are alive. Everybody's alive. Okay, so that's a good thing. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see if I can help my picture here. I'm fading in and out. Oh, I could fade all the way out if we want. I don't even have to be on the screen. Okay. All right. We'll just put Vicky up there. Uh, Wanted to welcome everybody today. This this uh, this episode of We Deliver Houston is being sponsored by moremonthlybusiness.com. You can go over there and see all kinds of stuff that we can do for you. The main thing that I want you to do is go to moremonthlybusiness.com, see the pop-up that's there, and give me a call. We talk about why you need that to actually get customers to be calling you, because a lot of people get frustrated that they have a website, but nobody's calling them. So we can set it up so that with your website, we can get people calling you. Also, we got a new program to make your website ADA compliant, and we're working on getting that ready. So you can give us a call there. But this is not about me today or what we're doing. I just want to mention the sponsor. But today we want to talk to Ms. Vicki Cheairs, a friend of mine, very sweet lady, and she does reverse mortgage, and it's really cool. Uh, I say it left-handed; she'll say it the correct way. So let me bring her on here. Hang on, Vicki. There you are.
Hi. Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. Glad to have you. Glad to be with you. Uh, how's the family doing in the middle of all this? What I call weirdness.
Oh, they're all doing well. Everybody's still working. Still, we're still all functioning. We're just not having anything to do after work. So it's a new world. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. Vicky likes these margaritas that have all kind of different tastes in them. You know.
yeah, yeah.
So she's
I don't know how to make
she,
them, so I'm a little lost.
she's always saying when we're at a networking meeting, she'll say, "Doc, come on, come on, come on. Here, let's get a margarita," and then she'll get one of these raspberry Tasman. She likes to do what Starbucks does with their coffee. She likes to do it in the margaritas,
Of course,
you
of
know,
course.
and make it all kind of different stuff. So, um, did you get the house fully done before or after this weirdness all started?
We actually got into the newly remodeled house. We moved in the middle of January. The interior was mostly done. The outside hadn't been done. Just as the shutdown happened, I finally picked an exterior paint color, and they did get the outside of my house done. So just this last week, we've managed to start utilizing the outside patio, which is nice. Now we can go from the inside to the outside. So we have some place to go now, but that's it, inside to outside.
Yeah.
But
Well,
other than
that's
that,
cool.
just little touch-ups is all we need to do now. I need 4 pendant lights in my kitchen, and then I'm pretty much done. And I can't pick them out. I'm
Cool,
having
cool.
trouble.
So, how's social distancing going in the house?
Oh, it's just the two of us. My daughter comes and
Yeah,
goes, but that's it. I mean, we go over and check on my mom, and I don't social distance too much from her. She lives 5 blocks from me, so she doesn't see anybody. We don't see anybody, so we go over and visit mom. But my daughter won't come unless we sit outside, and we sit 20 feet apart from each other outside. So everybody's
cool.
pretty much obeying the rules.
So, what do you think about all this stuff that's going on right now?
Well, I mean, it's just a new world, right? I don't worry about now. What I worry about is down the road. How are we? I'm a hugger. What the heck am I going to do? Hugging is how
Yeah,
I cover for the fact that I forgot your name. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So I can see those social things changing, where I hug somebody now and then they go off and be mad because I hugged them. So
yeah.
um,
Fist
we're going to
bump
have to
'em.
learn. I have to learn a new way to do things, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Do the fist bump like, and then
Yeah, yeah. That's
do
so
the fingers.
impersonal.
Yeah, yeah, and then do the fingers.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
touch each
Very
other's.
impersonal.
Yeah. Um, so I'm very glad to have you on today. We'll ask about what you're doing with this, but the thing I like about the reverse mortgage, it's near and dear to your heart. You've trained some of the people that you hear on the radio. They learned about it and got trained by you. So you're the expert, and I'm always saying stuff, and you're saying, well, it's actually this way. But I'm more of a big picture guy. So the thing I like about it, and this is what I tell people, is say, look, basically, if you're old enough, the government will wants to give you money, okay? And if you're over 62 and you want to own your home, or you want to buy a new home, or you don't want to have any more mortgage payments on your home,
Right.
you ought to do this. It's called the reverse mortgage, and you need to talk to my friend Vicki because she can help you with that.
Wow.
And it's basically like buying a new home at half price and never having to have a mortgage payment, a house payment again.
That's
Is that
correct. That, yeah. When I use my purchase product, they can buy a house. I use 50% as a general thing, but I have somebody right now, 73-year-old, buying a $340,000 house for 160, zero mortgage payments, and they still own the house. It's always their house. They own the house. We
yeah?
just have a simple lien. That's all.
Well, people think people. I've talked to people who say, "Oh no, reverse mortgage." Does that? I say it's still a mortgage. It's just a mortgage. It's your house.
Yeah,
Only
it's
difference is,
always your house.
yeah, you have equity in it. You can give it to your kids. You can do anything that you want to do. I said,
Right.
but
Right.
you want to look into this because as you age and you retire, you have less income coming in.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So this is a way to have less income going out
Right.
because you don't
And
have.
or maybe you have plenty of income. Maybe you have plenty of income, but that money, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And so that plenty of money, why be spending it on a mortgage payment? I mean, why? I mean, I would have more. A mortgage payment is almost all interest, very little principal reduction.
Right.
If I'm
Well,
just going to burn money up in interest, I can just roast marshmallows over the top of it while it flames in my backyard,
yeah.
you know?
You say you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. We might have a lockdown tomorrow. Who knows? You know.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Or a pandemic. Who knew?
Yeah, yeah. So this, I think this is probably one of the. I'm a small government guy. Okay, I want people out of my business. I want to make my own choices. Uh, all those sort of things. I don't want. Uh, I don't want anybody's fear to limit my freedom. Okay,
Right.
but this is the one program that I can fully get behind. Say, yeah, I'm glad that the government is doing this or set this up. Okay, because it helps so many people, and
Well,
it takes
and to be
so
honest, the government's not the one putting the money out.
right,
There's only 5 ultimate lenders of this loan. Everybody else, they call themselves lenders, but they're actually brokers.
right,
There's only like 5 or 6 places to sell this loan to. We are one of those 5 or 6, and we are the largest of the servicers of all of them. We even service for AAG. We just don't have time to sell it. But I mean, so we're putting out the money. They're
right,
just saying that if you will put out this money, lender, per our underwriting guidelines, that we HUD will guarantee you, lender, that you should never take a loss on this loan. Most of the time, my clients are going to leave that house. It's going to be worth 400,000. They're going to owe us 200,000. They're going to sell the house if they're moving, or it's going to pass to their kids if they've passed away. And the remaining equity, the remaining 200,000, is going to go with them if they moved, or their kids if they left us. We don't get that money. It's their money. It's their equity. And that's the part people don't realize. They always think we're taking the house. As I always tell everybody, this face has never taken a house. It's not our job. That's not our job. We're just
yeah.
there
I
to
mean,
lend money. That's it.
yeah. So and it's I think it's so unique and so cool with people. People don't get it because all their life they've been making payments on houses and cars and
Right.
this and the other, and then they go, now it's mine, but it's really not theirs. It's theirs in the bank. Okay.
Well, no, it is theirs. It's always
Yeah,
theirs.
yeah, I know.
The bank just has a
Yeah,
simple lien. That's it. We just have a simple lien. Our lien position is exactly like a traditional mortgage. The difference
yeah.
is their loan requires a payment, mine does not. That's the only difference.
And that's so cool. And the not requiring a payment is what trips so many people up. They're going, "Oh, what's the catch? What's the catch? What's the
Yeah.
catch?" There,
That
there's
is
no
my
kid.
hardest. That is my hardest obstacle to sell around. Is it's too good to be true. It
Yeah.
is too good to be true, and I happen to sell it, and I've been doing it since 2008, and I love it. It's more of a ministry. It's just a wonderful product. I've never seen a bad one. I've never ever seen a bad one. But then I don't get paid to do them not to the best. We're different because my company pays us exactly the same no matter how they do the loan. So I'm not incented to get the client to take out more money than they need. Most of my clients, about 75% of my reverse mortgage clients, just establish a line of credit and take out zero money. So they
Yeah.
just set it up for a rainy day. That's it.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's I'm going to say it my way, and you correct it or see if
Okay.
it makes sense. Uh, it's basically like I tell people, look, all these people trying to get you a line of credit on a refi your mortgage, refi your house, and get this extra money and stuff like that. Well, with Vickie, they do that ahead of time. It's basically done already.
Right. That's
So,
exactly right.
so you don't have to go. You don't have to go out and do a refi. Okay, but then again, the reason there's not as many mortgage brokers doing it, they make more money doing the traditional mortgages where you wind up having to pay every month. But with this way, it's already set. It's government. The mortgage industry already has a lot of government hands in the till, telling everybody what they can and can't do. And the reverse mortgage is the same way. The only difference is that as the mortgage officer or the loan person that's helping the people, you don't make the large money that the other people do.
What, don't
The,
get me wrong, other people doing reverse mortgages make far more than we do. Okay. My company, because we're the lender, and in '08 they just said, we don't want y'all making recommendations to clients based on how you're paid. So my problem for me is that I could go to work for one of the brokers and I would make a lot more money, a lot. But making that a lot more money, I wouldn't be telling clients about the most magical thing about my loan, which is the increasing line of credit. Most of my clients don't take out any money at all. They're just leaving the line of credit to use when the time comes, if they ever need it, right? Well, if I'm getting paid based on how much money they take out, would I still tell them about that? Or would I be encouraging them, don't you need some money? I'm trying to get them to take some out, right? And what I like to say is, I like to think I'll always do the right thing. I don't feel the need to test myself. So I just stay with these same guys, the same company whose thought process is our job is just to do what's right for the senior. So we're even required to take Social Security classes. I can talk to you about the 7 ways to maximize Social Security. I can talk to you about Monte Carlo projections for a financial plan and how the reverse mortgage can strengthen a financial plan. I can talk to you about how the reverse mortgage can extend the life of a current portfolio by 34 to 40%. It's not just doing a loan. It is knowing why we're doing that loan and how it can bring benefit to a client who didn't understand that all home equity is another bucket of money. That's all it is. It's another bucket of money. When that client passes away, does it, if the kids don't want to live in the house, does it matter to the kids if the money mom and dad left them was in the house or in the bank account? No, it doesn't. The net's the net, right?
right,
So, but the parents can't eat the house, right?
right,
So if they pull their equity from that to extend and improve their life and not have to ask the kids for money or not need help, or maybe they have like all the money in the world again, it doesn't matter. Most of our clients are very well off. It used to be known as a loan of last resort. We don't get to see those guys anymore. So, I mean, it's normally I have an easier time doing a reverse mortgage for somebody with $1 million home than I do for the lady that's got a $100,000 home, a $60,000 mortgage, and she's trying to figure out how to leave that house to 6 kids. There's nothing there to leave anyway. Take
right.
care of yourself, take care of yourself,
Right.
and sometimes that's the biggest gift the seniors can give to their kids is being able to take care of themselves,
That's true.
not be a burden on them.
That's
So
true.
I love it. So,
Well, yeah, coming from the senior industry, you know, uh, I used to consult in the senior healthcare industry. So and the biggest problem is, they're all worried about outliving their money.
right.
Number one, uh, and being a burden to their kids.
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
and And so this is a big burden off of their shoulders. Okay, that
And it's using money that's theirs, right?
right,
They saved money. They just saved it in the wall of their house, and so it's there. I always say it's my mom and dad's house. It's not my house. It's my mom and
right,
dad's house, right? Um, how they use it is to their benefit, and sometimes being able to use that home equity, she keeps the relationship parental to child, even if that child is 50 or 60 years old, mama still gets to stay mama when she can take care of herself. But when she's
right,
got to ask Junior, to for help, then all of a sudden Junior has the ability to say no or whatever. And
right,
all of a sudden, what I mean? It just changes the relationship. And this lets our,
right.
our seniors stay dignified and stay in charge of their own stuff.
Cool. Anybody that's watching on the live stream, you can put in a comment. We'll see it, and we'll ask Vicky. So I'll ask right now, Vicky, what's different now than before? How are you handling how are you dealing with uh, the your customers and people that are wanting to get into mortgages and stuff now, different than you did 2 or 3 months ago?
Oh, well, it depends on the client. I really let the client take the lead, because I'm still doing the social distance thing, because I don't want to accidentally give somebody something. All my clients are seniors, so I don't want to give anybody anything. Um, you know, um, but I shunned the DocuSign process. I said, no, I'm not going to need DocuSign. I meet with all my clients. I take all my applications in person. It's important that I'm there and explain it to them. And now I
Right,
was like, how fast can I sign up for the DocuSign class? So
right.
um, it's a learning thing. I never heard the word Zoom before, and now I communicate a lot with Zoom. Um, it's just a new day. I'm eating more, and if I don't get out of this house pretty soon, I'm going to be dressed in elastic when we come back out. Um, but I think everybody's kind of going through that, and we're doing it together. So at least we're all putting on weight together.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Governor Abbott released a statement today about slowly reopening the state
Yeah,
again, and
yeah,
and it's going to depend on the mayors in their particular localities. What they're they're probably going to depend more on them, but that's what they're looking to do. I think it's like a 3 phase uh, opening process that they're looking at doing.
yeah.
But I'm not an expert on that, so I can't really uh, address that. I'd say, you know, if you really want to know, I've got friends you could talk to. They know it, down to the every dot.
Right,
What's going, what can and can't happen.
right.
So if someone knows a senior that either has a house or wants to buy a house,
Correct.
okay,
Yeah,
whether they have a mortgage now or not, have them call Vicky because she has there's 2 or 3 different types of loans, or at least a couple, I guess.
yeah.
And Vicky will explain that to the senior, uh, depending on where they are. And so I like interviewing people like Vicky because she really cares about her clients.
Thank you.
She really wants to take care of them, wants to do the best for them. And I've seen her in discussions and stuff with people that are in the mortgage business, and they still don't get aren't able to wrap their mind around exactly everything that's happening and what's being available to the senior. Okay, and that's where I realized, oh, wait a minute. Everybody wants the seniors to refi, and with reverse mortgage, there's no need to refi to get that extra money because that's already built into the original
Well, to be
process.
fair, it is a refinance. When they're in a regular mortgage or they have a paid off house, it is a refinance into the reverse mortgage. But it's a refinance where they're now accessing equity and not making payments. My concern with people putting older Americans into a regular mortgage is a 30-year mortgage. The first 8 to 12 years is almost all interest. I mean, what principal buy down is my client getting in that scenario, right? A 15-year, it's like 4 or 5 years, almost all interest. There's no benefit. There's no net benefit to that. And who wants to be in their 80s or their 70s with a mortgage payment? I mean, it's kind of like when we put them in a regular mortgage and we close them, are we not thinking 15, 20 years from now, what kind of position did we leave that senior in, right? My loan doesn't leave them in any jeopardy. That house is always there. That loan never gets called. The only thing that calls the loan is non-payment of property taxes, homeowners insurance, and your HOA fees. But hey, try not paying your property taxes on a paid-for house and see what happens, right? It's no different
They do
than a
this
regular loan or a
same
paid-for.
thing.
Exactly.
You know,
You have to pay those.
yeah,
So that's all they have to pay, right? And I always say you can't look at the house like in terms of at the end of a period of time how much equity is left. That's important, but you still got to look at the loan in terms of if I could live in that house for $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, if I could rent the same house for whatever amount, how much net did it's like the house was sending them a check if they're not paying to live there, right? And to me, you have to look at it in terms of not only
right.
how much equity is left at the end, but what did you save by having this loan and having the house basically pay you to live there? You know, it's just putting your own equity to work.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, like the real estate investors talk about, they talk about uh, making your dwelling an income stream,
right.
revenue back to you versus you paying for your mortgage.
Absolutely. My mother did
And
the reverse, and she took money and stuck it in an apartment complex. You know, ask me if
yeah.
my sister and I care that she's in a reverse mortgage. Not at all. You know, she picks up our tabs sometimes.
All right. Well, Vicki, I appreciate the time today. I'm gonna close this out and get this all. We're getting this all over the different places on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, um, and I will be sending you a link to this so that you can put it in the groups and stuff that you are, just to get the word out. I also other people don't realize this, but I have a large list of medical group. I run a group of referral resources for the medical community dealing with seniors. Okay,
Right.
and we'll put this out on that as well, so that
Beautiful.
they can offer this to their clients, whether they're in home health or hospice or whatever it is. This is this is useful for all of them. So we'll get it out there as well. So everybody, I want to say thank you for joining us today. Uh, when you if you aren't with us on the live stream, that's quite all right. When you do see this and you are watching this, please just start a watch party. And then all the people that are on your Facebook stream or whatever will be able to see and learn what businesses are doing, what businesses are open, what they're offering to people, how they're doing it, how they're what I call this weird time, how they're actually handling it to help people. And that's what we're here for, is to help you as a consumer. Uh, and that's why most of us go into business in the first place. I help businesses that are helping people. Okay. Vicki helps people that need help. Okay. So we thank you for joining us today. And I'm going to say bye for now. Bye
Thank you for
for
having me.
now. Well, Vicki, I appreciate you coming. We got to talk a lot about it. Hopefully, we educated a bunch of people to know some things that they needed to know. Okay,
Right.
and that's what I'm going to. So we have Vicki Cheairs reverse mortgage funding, phone number, email address, website. She has 2 or 3 different websites, but that's one of the websites there. Uh, Vicki loves to talk. Okay. So,
Be nice.
and that, oh, no, 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 that's perfect. That's perfect for seniors because they want somebody to talk to.
That's true. That's true.
So, So Vicki is a perfect fit to work with any senior that you know, that's your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your friends, everybody knows someone that's 62 or older and they could use a little help. And
That's
Vicki
right.
gives them a lot of help. So I thank you very much, and we will talk to you. I think I have 11 or 11:30. We have another We Deliver Houston coming up. I keep touching my face, and I'm not supposed
Stop
to,
that. That's right.
but you know, I, I won't go into that. But thanks, everybody. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you on the next We Deliver Houston. Bye.
Thank you.